What up, though, everybody?
What the?
Welcome.
What was that?
You ain't do it.
Go ahead.
Happy Friday. Welcome to He Say, She Say with your girl, CoCo J.
And your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down from 6 Mile to the Mile High. I have no idea what's going on with CoCo J today. But it is Social Media Friday, so if you do got social media, make sure you hit us up on Instagram and Twitter. All right, so hit up, hey, it's CoCo J. And, that's the replay, my bad. We got to cut some sound off, having some reverb going on. And, of course, myself at Hood Howard Stern on Twitter and Instagram, all right? Make sure you check us out. So, obviously, we got sound because I just heard it, so we all good. But it is Social Media Friday, so make sure you hit us up on those places. Also, E-Block Radio on Instagram. Make sure you hit us up there. CoCo J, it's been 7 days, man. What's popping with you? 7 long, hard, kind of chill days, though, because it's actually been nice weather. But what's going on?
I know. I'm glad this week is over with. Work week, anyway.
Yeah, for people who don't work the weekends, whatever.
Right. Nothing much.
What happened? What happened? What's
Nothing
wrong?
much, just chilling.
All right. It's
Working, school.
like you saw a roach on the wall or something.
Work.
Working school?
Working school.
All right. Are you excited about the utensils that you received today, though?
I did. I mean, I am.
You okay? You want to start over?
I don't.
You all right?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't want to start over because that means I got to go back to work.
So anyway, so you're excited about the utensils. Tell the people the utensils I'm talking about because they can't see what's going on today.
I'm trying to get into the cake decorating and the fondant decorating, so I ordered some fondant supplies from Amazon. I got them in the mail today, so I'm kind of excited to kind of play with those over the weekend, see what I can do with it.
So it's because I don't know what that is exactly. So tell the people on Facebook Live what that is.
It's not like icing for the cake, but it's not actually the creamy icing. It's fondant.
Okay, it's the stuff that looks.
It's real smooth.
Yeah.
You can cut out and make flowers and stuff like that. So they use it for birthday cakes, wedding cakes.
Yeah. So you excited about that? So what you gonna make? What's gonna be your first fondant? Did I say that right?
Fondant. I'm gonna make a cake.
I mean, like what though? Like
I don't know. I haven't.
Like all the utensils is for different stuff, right? Like for stars and circles and shit.
I haven't really went through all what I have because it's a 47-piece thing, so I haven't looked at them.
Anybody checking us out right now on Facebook Live, if you know how to find it.
Find it.
Is that what it is? Find it? If you know how to find it?
I don't know if you're using it right, like when you say...
You can't use it like a verb?
Nah.
So it's got to be, though. It's got to be a way to use it as a verb.
If you know how to decorate with fondant.
Okay, all right.
Because fondant is like the actual icing.
So it's a noun.
Yeah.
So I can't verb it.
Nope.
You could, though. It don't necessarily mean that it's right.
It don't make sense, but yeah.
And it might not, but people on Facebook Live know what I'm talking about. Right? No, maybe.
I don't know.
Anyway, what else been going on with you?
Let's see. That's about it for me. Parent-teacher conference I went to. My son Ryan had a parent-teacher conference. His first parent-teacher conference at his new school. I was a little, he could do better. just in 2 classes, but it was cool. What else?
You think about the school though?
I think the school is cool.
You think the school could be better?
No, the teachers are cool, and I like that school only because it has a lot of things to offer for the kids. But the parents have to be aware of it, and the students have to be aware of it. And once we both be aware of it, you can take advantage of it.
Yeah.
So I think it's a cool school. I like the curriculum, the academics. Yeah, that was one of the reasons.
What's up with kids don't have homework these days though? What's up with that? That's a school. That's a new school thing. Like they do all the work at school.
Yeah, whatever.
When did that shit start happening?
Whatever they don't finish in school, it becomes homework.
Yeah. Oh, what up though? Sonya just checked in. She said I can hear you, but we can't see you. Yeah, today we don't have video today, so you got to look at that nice little screensaver.
Or just look away and just listen.
Right, and just listen. Plug your headphones in and just go on about your business, I guess.
You got to vibe with our voices today.
Like, this is real radio today. Like, we actually own the radio.
I know, right?
Yeah, all right. But anyway, so go ahead. So you like the curriculum, so everything else is cool.
So other than that, nothing much.
Other than your loud phone blowing up in the background.
Kids, school, work, homework, the daily flow of being a mother. And
The
all
daily
that-
flow.
The daily flow.
I feel you. Any good movies?
That I can remember.
Yeah. Oh, Sonya said she going to the movie, so.
She going to the movie?
Yeah, I guess she was just checking in on us. All right, then. We all let you later.
I can't remember what movies we watched.
You don't remember? All right. Well, I can't remember. What was the name of it though? That was last week, right? When we watched late.
I'm sorry, but I have to say,
Okay.
I know I'm late. I just thought about it. I watched Girls Trip for the first time this past weekend.
Yeah.
That Saturday was just raining all day.
Yeah.
Oh my God. When I say my stomach was hurting from laughing, like literally crying laughing.
Right.
That movie was hilarious. Like
So
I
did
said,
it make you want to go to Vegas with your girls? Was that
It
no? That was
did.
New Orleans. My fault.
New
That was
Orleans,
right?
yeah, it did. But that movie was so. I love that movie. I can watch it again, actually.
Oh, we probably gonna have to because I never seen
Yeah,
it.
that movie was so good. Yeah, it was good. So I watched that over the weekend. I think Saturday I watched like 5 movies.
Yeah, we watched a whole lot of movies on Saturday.
I seen It for the first time on Saturday.
It was good.
It was cool.
It was good.
What other movie did I see? I seen
I only watched a lot of shit.
Tower or something.
Dark Tower.
Dark Tower.
Yeah.
With
That was alright.
What was his name?
Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris Elba.
Yeah, that was alright.
And I can't remember what else, but I watched a lot of movies that day. It was.
What did we watch after that?
I have no idea. It was a movie day in this household on Saturday though.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of movies though. Then we watched that other joint. Was that last week or a week before last? The lead. What was it called? The one with the they was betting on the horses and betting on all the stuff. What was the name of that? Remember? No.
That was a couple weeks ago.
That's a couple weeks ago. We never talked about it though.
I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it too. It was good though.
Yeah, it was cool.
We had Bruce Willis and what's my man name? Oh, that's my dude too. I can't remember his name. The tall, goofy white dude. Shit, what's his name, dog?
Shit, I don't know.
The other dude.
I'm not good with names.
I should know. I don't even know why I asked. But yeah, that was definitely a Netflix day right there. But what else been going on, dog? Oh, did you see? I don't have all the details, and this is probably just all off the subject. But did you see somebody kill themselves at the Ford plant? Did you see that? That happened today. So do you know what happened?
Not sure what happened, but actually I heard it from work
Okay.
because somebody called in to say they was gonna be late for their appointment because
What was going on?
what was going on.
Okay.
And so when I spoke to one of the nurses, she told me what was going on. Some dude killed himself.
So it was a dude?
Yeah.
Dang, I wonder what happened. You don't know nothing else about the story?
No, it was on the news though.
That's crazy. I'm like, I don't know. It's probably too soon. Never mind. But yeah, condolences to the family and
Yeah,
everything.
I don't know what that was about. And I was just saying when she was telling me what was going on, I'm saying to myself, well, I said it out loud actually, like you just never know what a person is going through.
Right. But I'm just like at work though? Like why do it at work?
Hey,
Like what's the significance of that?
well, I guess you just don't pick and choose when you want to end your life.
Well, I mean, obviously that was a plan because you're not just at the job strapped up. Like that's illegal. So like you had to have planned that. Like that didn't just happen. Like you know what? Right now is the moment. Like you couldn't have just made that decision right then because you ain't supposed to be on a job site with a pistol. So
Well, like I said,
so it had to be a plan.
You just never know what nobody is going through.
Yeah, I guess so.
Seriously.
I mean, but yeah, I don't know. You're right. Condolences to the family and all that stuff, man. Have a job ever take you to that degree that you wanted to kill yourself, or do you think that had anything to do with the job? It's probably just life in general,
That person was probably dealing with some situations.
and just like you said, just happened to be at work.
Yeah, probably so.
I
I mean, I would want to think so because if it's because of his job, then
Just quit, right?
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be something going on. But I know when I first saw the story, like they were saying that it was shots was fired or whatever. So I didn't know what happened. I thought it might have been somebody up there. You know how that goes, shooting other people.
Yeah, but you know, it's a lot of depression going around.
Yeah.
And that people is very unaware of,
True.
and you may not even know that person is going through it.
That's true. Yeah, I agree.
Because I mean, my job, my position at work is to where I hear a lot of stories.
Right.
And I had a phone call today to where it was about getting some FMLA papers.
Uh huh.
Because this person was going through a depression.
Okay.
And he was so young. So and I'm just saying to myself, wow.
What you depressed about at this age? Like young, like what?
In his 30s.
Oh, okay.
Early 30s. I mean, he wasn't that young, but he was still in his early 30s.
Okay,
so depression is most people are in denial about depression because they think that makes them look like they're weak or something or something of that nature because they're depressed. But it's definitely something that goes on, and a lot of us don't know about it, and that is categorized with a mental
illness.
A mental illness.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, most people don't look at it that way anyway.
Yeah, but it is.
Especially in our community. So the black community is a community that doesn't really I can't say that we don't respect that mental illness. I think that we just been cultured in a way where it's something that's like it's something that don't exist almost. Like it was something that wasn't ever for us. Like you would never hear black people saying that they going to see a psychiatrist or to therapy because that was something that wasn't available to us, growing up. So it felt like it was something that just didn't make sense for us. And just to be quite honest, and candid while we on the show, I mean, the reality of it is that, I mean, myself, I can't speak for the whole black community, but I grew up thinking that the shrink and therapy was for white people. I just never figured it was a black people thing.
No, and another thing, what hold us back from getting that help when we realize that we're going through something, we have a mental illness, is that we're worried about what people may think about us because we're going to see someone to talk about what's going on with us mentally. You know what I'm saying? True. Like it's you be so concerned of what someone else is going to say.
And I think that's a black culture thing only because it has always been a concern of the black community about our appearance to others. That's always been the case.
Yeah.
And that may not be something that we were born with or something innate, but it's something that was created through generations and generations. So we've always, to a certain degree, always seemed like as though we needed to do certain things for the appearance of others. Yeah. And sometimes that transforms to on a larger scale, even to a larger degree. But I mean, I think that's part of the problem. And then, of course, as black people, especially black men, we never want to admit that there's an issue, no matter what that issue is.
I mean, it's just in the black community. Period. I believe that we want to be this strong individual. You know what I'm saying? And so if you confess or say that you have a mental illness or you have something going on that you need to talk to someone, a professional, then that makes you out to be weak because, and then that makes you out. You're no longer stronger now. So you want to just still hold this front of like you this strong ass person when in reality you need to talk to somebody. Yeah.
So Sonya checked back in. She said depression is real. She said, and there are a lot of people who are depressed and nobody knows. That's true too.
That's my point.
That's true too. But I mean, like the thing is, and we gonna get off this subject before we get in too deep on it because it's not our real topic. But like, I don't even know what the signs are. Because a lot of people who depressed, like they don't just be out here crying.
Most people who are depressed and trying to hide it, they will hide it. Yeah. They go out in front of the crowds and whatever, then they come back home and then that's when they break down. Right. So it's kind of hard to know to figure out the signs basically, unless that person just really say I'm depressed. Unless you've been through it yourself and you know the signs, although they may try to cover it up. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
and it's a tough thing to tell too, because honestly, it's a lot of people who are what's the word, introverts, but they not like they're not depressed.
Yeah,
they just
I'm an introvert.
They just don't really talk to people.
That's me. I'm an introvert.
Right.
So
that's why it's even harder to tell, because you got so many people that's actually like that. So then you don't want to quote unquote misdiagnose them as being depressed, and they really not.
Friendship because you say you
like, bitch, I ain't depressed. Like then you gotta scrap your best friend and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, definitely that's an issue, and that could have been an issue here. Or I mean, you just never know. Like some people get to a certain extent to where even financial problems can bring you to wanting to kill yourself or family issues where you may have not even been depressed, but it may have been some issue that just brought you to it.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah,
for real, man. So again, prayers out to that family, man. I hope they get to the bottom of that and figure out. The hard thing though is the people who survive. You start questioning yourself, like, how come I didn't know
people
this?
that survived.
Yeah, like that's what they say, right? When you're survived by.
Oh,
yeah, right. I'm just saying that's how they say it, right? I mean, I could be saying it wrong. The people who the family members he left behind, I guess, is what I'm saying. But like, you start questioning yourself because you kind of figure out, like, so how come I didn't know this, or what did I miss? And a lot of times, I think you don't miss nothing. A lot of times, I mean, again, people don't always show signs, but then other times though, you look back on things, you be like, damn, I did see when, you know what I'm saying? Then it'd be too late, man. But hindsight is 20/20. They always say that, and I think that's true. All right, so anyway, away from that though, I don't want to talk about that no more. But I do gotta say one more thing before we get to before we get to the real topic, and it's not gonna be real political. I just want to say something about Donald Trump though. So are you familiar with what happened with the one of the soldiers that passed away in the little attack in Niger?
I mean, I'm kind of familiar as far as how he handled it, how he responded to it.
Yeah, what you think about that shit? For people who out there listening, I'm pretty sure y'all already heard the story by now, but I guess I have to say, what's that word when you haven't proven it yet? Allegedly, all right. He called the wife and basically was like, the soldier knew what he was getting into when he signed up to be in the army or whatever. So, and allegedly, I say, because he said it didn't go down like that. But I wouldn't put it past him though. I don't really see y'all president or 45 or what I'm saying, Agent Orange, whatever y'all want to call him these days. I don't really see him doing anything much different. So I would expect that from him. I really would.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't surprise me.
Right. Now the thing is though is that he's saying it didn't happen. I basically saying that, I guess, old girl lying. Now she a senator or a congressman or something. Yeah, the black lady who brought it out. So I guess she overheard the conversation or somehow heard the conversation, because obviously she wasn't on the phone, but she heard the phone conversation. But I mean, if that is the case, man, I think that's horrible. Like, how do you live with yourself when you voted for this dude?
Listen, he done lived all these years doing it. He's comfortable with continuing to do it. Obviously, he's comfortable doing so. Yeah. So, president or not, that's his ass. Unfortunately, that's just the person he is.
That's true.
And I'm not even surprised hearing that story. Sad, but I'm not surprised.
Not surprised.
Because guess who we're talking about? We're talking about him.
Yeah. Sonya say she's sick of giving him the energy. Say he running the country like he on a reality show. That is true. Right. Say I wish they would impeach him. Like, the thing is about impeaching him though, is like it's just like Nixon. You know what I'm saying? We throw it way back to when Nixon got impeached. The reality of it was that the impeachment takes so damn long. I mean, in real life, Nixon ended up quitting. Like, he resigned. But they were in the process of impeaching him. But the shit gonna take so long, his whole 4 years will be over before he actually get impeached.
I'm not even mad. I mean, I'm mad at him as far as because he ignorant as hell. But it's the people that voted for him. That's how he got in the office. Yeah. The people that voted for him, not how they look. What expression do they have on their face? I
mean, they still ride with him. They think that these are.
You know why they ride with him? Because if they renege now, they gonna look stupid. Crazy. They look crazy as hell any damn way. Right. So that's who I'm mad at. Like, y'all voted them in here, so don't talk shit now. So that's why they on the hush hush, because they know if they talk shit, they know they talk shit now as far as how things is going and how he doing stuff. That's gonna make them look bad. Which I don't know if y'all know, but yeah, y'all already do.
It's people though who were supporters who are openly saying like, damn, they messed up by.
And shout out to the ones that are openly saying, damn, damn.
Yeah, and in all honesty, like I don't know how bad Hillary Clinton would have done of a job, but I'm pretty sure it would have been like this.
Yeah.
I don't guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. So enough about that. I just want to see what you thought about that. But I think for the most part, it was probably true. And even if it wasn't, the fact that you have a president who may or may not have said that, but still in your head, you know that he's capable of saying it. So that's the problem all in itself. When you know you got somebody who's leading the free world, who's capable of doing some shit like that, whether he did it or not. It's like, damn, if you thinking it for a moment in your head, like, damn, that's probably true, then we in trouble. Like, I just think we in trouble. And all this time, you know, with all that going on, we still got my man over there trying to take everybody on earth off the map.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, all right. So enough about politics, dog. Anything else going on you want to talk about before we get into our real topic?
Nope.
No, nothing. Halloween coming up when? A couple of weeks?
In a couple of weeks.
We'll talk about that some other time.
Then.
We'll be on before then. All right. Ain't nothing else going on. Let's see.
Nothing that I can remember.
All right. Well, I guess it's time to get into our for real topic, man. Don't forget, if you're checking us out right now on eblockradio.com or on Facebook Live, man, make sure you hit me in the comment box for today's topic. What's happening?
I want to give a shout out to my cousin Marva. She had her baby yesterday.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Yep. So shout out to my cousin Marva. I want to say his name, but I don't want to mess it up.
So don't say it then. Well, so shout out to the baby.
Right. Shout out to little Ramon. His first name is Rashawn. Rashawn or
You sure? All right, it's too late. We already live.
Sorry. Well, congratulations to Marv and her husband. I know my auntie Joan. She been posting on Facebook. She's a happy grandma right now. So that baby is definitely. I already know that baby about to be spoiled.
Yeah, probably so.
But it's all good.
It's all good, though. That's what's up. Yeah, congratulations to Marva Joy.
Yes.
And the whole family right there, you know what I'm saying? +1. All right, so what else, though? That's it before we jump off?
That's it.
You sure? You ready to get it down? All right, so look, if y'all checking us out right now on eblockradio.com or on Facebook Live, man, make sure you hit me in the comment box. Let me know what you think about today's topic, all right? So today's topic, we want to know, how much should you be involved in your kids' relationships? All right, so we'll say dating and relationships. We'll say either one of those because it might not necessarily be a relationship. So how involved should you be in your kids' relationships? So look, first of all, let me ask you this before we jump off into the for real topic. How much did you think, or like coming up, how much did you want your parent to be involved in your relationship?
How much I wanted them? None.
Like, none.
How much I wanted them? That's a totally different. Yeah, none.
I mean, how much was acceptable? That's got to be a relevant question.
I mean, of course, at 13, 14, 15, 16. Hell, shit, nowadays even 17. But back in my day, I couldn't have boys come over without my mom being home. Of course, not spending the night. Of course, I snuggled me in while she was home. So, I mean, I would expect my mom to be involved in my relationship at that young age because that would show me like, no, we ain't having that. That showed me like, okay,
yeah, she
ain't having that. It's rules to it,
right?
So, I mean, that's understandable.
Yeah.
But when you become a grown person and your mom's still trying to be in your relationship, it's a problem.
All right, so this is a kid thing. This is an age thing, basically. What you saying?
I think so.
Okay.
Because we all have to live and learn as we get older and start to get in relationships and start saying we in love when we're really not, but we just think it is. It's lust instead of love.
Right. True.
So, I mean, we kind of, but... So let me see. I'm trying to see how old was I when I said I had a boyfriend. I think I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
I had a boyfriend. He was I had a boyfriend.
Okay.
And he was a little older. He was 3 years older than me.
Okay.
And maybe 4. But anyway.
Dad, you was fast, cuz.
I was whatever.
Dad, you was fast, cuz.
But of course my mama didn't like that. She didn't like me saying I got a boyfriend.
Especially now you 17 now. With a driver's license, she can damn near buy a bag of squares.
She ain't like that. So, but I went on dates when I was like, I'm trying to think, what was my first date? I went on a date I had to be either 14 or 15.
Okay. What was your first date? You remember that?
I think I was at a drive-in.
Wait a minute.
I think I was at a drive-in.
So you was.
I mean, it's been occasions to where
you was on a date with a dude old enough to drive to the drive-in?
It was occasions to where we went to go get something to eat, and that was came right back.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So again, you was with a dude old enough to be driving you to the drive-in.
It's about 3-4 years ago.
Duh.
I mean, 3-4 years older than me, rather.
So, yo, that's wild. That's wild, dog. And you think your mama didn't approve of that shit? You think?
She let me go.
She let you go? You didn't sneak to do that?
I didn't sneak to go on a date.
Word? So you was 13.
No, I wasn't 13. I said 14 or 15.
Okay. I thought you were saying you was 13.
No.
Okay.
No.
Still though.
I think I was 15. I think I was 15 years old.
Okay, well that's different.
And he was 18. So I was 15. I met him when I was 13.
Oh, the same guy.
It's the same dude.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I think it was, I want to say I was 15.
Yeah.
But, she met him.
She met him. She didn't say nothing about it, huh? Well, not no more. I mean, once you got to that age, I guess it was too late.
Right.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, don't forget, man, hit me in the comment box. Let me know what y'all think, man. How much should you be involved in your kid's relationship or dating? You know what I'm saying? Hey, your cuz said you was a hot ass.
I was. Shut up, Sign. Ain't nobody asked you nothing.
Now she said that, so her answer is none. She said, how much should you be involved in your kid's relationship? She said none.
I think it depends on the age.
Yeah, I can't say none.
Yeah,
I can't say none.
I gotta say it depends on the age, because even when they become older and you see they're going through a situation in their relationship, you as a parent, you're gonna automatically give them some advice anyway. And you know what I'm saying? But not be so attached to it to where this other woman or this other man is looking at you like you gotta go run and tell your mom or your daddy everything. You know what I'm saying? Not to that point. Right. But as a parent, not so much when you get older. Not that parent being so much involved in it, but if they see their child is going through some stuff, guess what? It's just gonna happen naturally. Baby, you know what? This, that, or the other. They're gonna give advice. Yeah. Even if you don't ask, guess what? It's coming.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
it's gonna happen, and that's all good.
Well, you say once they get grown, so what age do you give up? Like, at what age do you just be like, hey, you know what? They gonna have to learn on their own.
Yeah, they gonna have to, and that's all good.
And what age is that though?
If you know that you have been trying to give this dude or this child, this girl, some advice since the very beginning, and they ain't listening, that's when you be like, you know what? Go ahead. You let her go, because they're gonna have to eventually learn on their own what I'm talking about. And that's what you have to do. Not even just in relationships, but in just life, period.
True.
You gotta let them go. We all have to learn on our own. We all have to bump our heads every now and then and learn and be like, damn. Yeah. My mom or my dad did tell me this, but you gotta learn on your own. And that's a relationship.
She said she didn't want her, or she's talking about not her being in her kids' relationship business, but she said she didn't want her mama all in her.
Oh.
Sorry. I got you.
None of us do, right?
Right.
Shit,
yeah, nobody do.
That's a parent for you.
Right. You don't want your mama telling you what to do, but at some point, you know what I'm saying, she tell you what to do, probably because she tell you the right thing to do.
Right, and and I think especially girls, or both, girls and boys.
I think girls more often though. Like it's something with estrogen.
But we think when we get a certain age, maybe 14, 15, and we start talking to guys or whatever, and start having sex, we consider grown. You can't tell me nothing. I'm grown.
That's how you feel?
No. Probably so. But I'm just saying, just speaking in general. Yeah. I'm just speaking in general. I'm grown. You can't tell me nothing. Yeah. I'm going. If you don't let me go, I'm sneaking out. I'm still going.
You still going up?
I'm still going. I mean, that's just the attitude sometimes that I know that girls can have at that young age.
No, I agree. So,
and I think now the question is, I guess, how strict especially when it comes to girls, these girls, how strict should you be with girls when it comes to them being involved with a guy? Does your strictness make them want to do it more? Make them want to do it less? Are they listening to you? Yeah. Are you overbearing this child and this guy that she says she's in love with when she don't even know what love is?
True. That can happen. And I'm going to tell you what we used to call that. Right? What we used to call that. That a lot of girls who was a parent's nightmare was a player's dream. All right, I'm gonna need y'all to understand what that means.
Say that again. You read a book on me recently?
No. This is what it is. Parent's nightmare is a player's dream, dog. That means because if you having such a problem at home, it makes it so much easier for a dude to swoop in. Like it's so easy.
That's when they become. Yeah. That's what you call vulnerability.
Exactly.
Vulnerability. Yeah.
Same thing. You just use a technical term, but that's the same thing. Right. A parent's nightmares, a player's dreams.
And that's why these young girls be out here looking for daddies, like literally daddies.
Literally.
No, seriously. Because they want that because probably they're not getting it from home because for whatever reason the dad might not be involved or whatever reason it may be.
Right, that's true.
So, and the dude is very aware of that. So that's where they feel they can take advantage of it. And a mom is just like, and then sometimes a mom can be like, you know what? I know I messed up in certain situations raising this child. So if that's what she want to do, I'm gonna let her do it.
You'll let her do it, huh?
That's just the mentality sometimes that parents have. Unfortunately.
And she said, that looking back, she said her mama was right about everything.
That's how we, as we get older and have our own kids, we begin to understand slowly but for sure.
She said she was all in destiny shit. I think it's, again, even no matter the age, I still think that it's some sort of boundary, I guess. And I think for women though, it's different. I think especially, and I could be completely wrong about this, so ladies correct me if I'm wrong. But I just feel like any woman who has had like bad experiences with like a large amount of dudes, like she haven't had a great experience, I think she will end up being overbearing for a daughter because she just scared to death that she gonna go through the same thing. That's just my theory.
The parent is scared to death?
Yeah, the parent is scared to death, so she will be overbearing to that daughter to try to ensure that she don't go through the same thing.
And to a certain point, that's where the parent is messing up.
And that's where it's messing up, right?
Yeah, because as that person get older, you have to let her grow or let him grow. And they can't grow with you all up in it. You know what I'm saying? Because like we say, we live and we learn. They can't learn from you. They have to learn from their own mistakes, from their own experiences at some point. So as we get older, I think as parents, as we get older, we begin to learn that and kind of shy away from the situation or shy away from trying to be all up in our kids' relationship. Right. So as far as me, my kids ain't no relationships that I know of.
But let's just say that they are. And now you got boys, so is that different? Boys. Is that different?
It's a little different.
I would assume it's different.
I would think it's a little.
I would assume it's completely different. You say a little bit. I would assume it's completely different.
Of course, with boys, you have more so concerns as far as how you treat a woman. You try to teach them how to treat a woman, wrap it tight, don't bring home babies, and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And just let them know about the type of women that's out here. You know what I'm saying?
And what type of women are out here?
I mean, it's all types.
Who do you try to steer your sons away from? What type of women are off? Should not be on the radar for your sons?
The hood rats.
I mean, what's a hood rat?
To me, my definition is a hood rat is to where these women who don't take care of their business, who mess around with this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, just out here just being nasty.
Just being nasty.
Just being nasty. That's a hood rat to me. So I try to steer them away from that. Get you a smart woman who can probably help you stay on track.
What if she a smart woman who got hood rat tendencies? Did she get a pass?
No.
I was just asking. I wasn't for sure. No?
No.
Why not? Because it's not an actual
we all have hood rat tendencies.
We do.
But I'm too grown to have it to let that shit. No, I ain't nasty like that. So I don't want my boys to run into nobody like that. And I try to say, look, and I try to tell them if you want a good girl, well, not even a good girl, but if you want a girl that's worth someone keeping, you have to present yourself in a different manner as well. Right. No, that's true. And that's just what it is.
Yeah. Now, so at this point, let's say they either one of them was in a relationship. So, like, well, as far as being involved, what does that entail? Like, are you just gonna be like, well, this is what you should look out for? Or are you gonna be specific, like, hey, so you know what I'm saying, like really specific in a relationship. Because it's a difference between setting parameters and really being involved in the actual relationship. So for what I mean by that is like, it's different from you saying, well, you know, it would be nice if you found a young lady who had a job and had something going for herself, rather than saying like the specific chick, like, you know what I'm saying, going into specific details. Like, which one you want to be? You want to be that hands-on, or you just kind of want to give them the broad overstructure and hope that they make the right decision within?
The broad overstructure. Mm-hmm. And that's just for at the beginning, the broad overstructure. Yeah. But if I see he trying to bring home something totally different,
then you got to get all into
I'm about to be more in your ear now, because apparently you ain't listening. But you know, sometimes they just have their taste. That's their taste. Come on, son.
That's what you gonna say.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
What draws your attention to this type of girl?
Now look, I'm gonna give it to you a little different though. All right, so you might not have been prepared for this. All right. So we're gonna look at it from a different angle. Don't forget, if you out there checking us out right now on eblockradio.com or on Facebook Live, man, hit me in the comment box. We want to know, how much should you be involved in your kids' relationship? All right, so hit in the comment box and we'll read it out loud. So look, what if it happened the other way around? What if you've given those parameters, but then they steadily ask you for advice on their relationship? Like, do you shut them down? Like, hey, I ain't getting all up in your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do with that? Because I know it's probably it may be some kids who have that relationship with their parents to where that's a conversation they trying to have. Like, it might be a girl who that close with their mama. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was in the club last week, mama, so I want to know what you think about Craig over here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, do you have that conversation, or do you shut it down? Like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? As a parent, as a mother of 3 boys, whenever a child comes to you and asks for advice, take advantage of it.
Because most often
give them that advice, please.
Because most often they ain't actually nothing.
Exactly. Give them that advice.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
That's all you can say on that. That's what's up. Hey, one more time though, hit us in the comment box if you want to make a comment on Facebook Live or eblockradio.com. I was gonna say this: is it any advice that you've gotten from a parent that you look back now? Sonya say that she looked back and everything her mom was saying was right. Mm-hmm. But like, has there ever been a time you got some advice like, damn, mom, you was wrong as hell about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you thankful that you didn't do what she said to do.
You know what? I can't really say this, but most of my advice probably came from my auntie.
Okay, so let's use her. Have it been any instances where she told you should do something one way and you didn't do it, and you thanking God now that you didn't do it that way? It's okay.
It's
don't
not,
be scared.
Everything she said was
right.
So no.
Oh, so y'all just got a whole bunch of smart mamas and aunties. Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty much. But you know, that's just how it is. And sometimes as parents, I know we scared to death to let our kids go out there and venture off into life, into relationships, into getting their heart broken and all that stuff. But as a parent, we're growing at the same time as the child is.
True.
We have to learn to let go and just pray that God keep them safe, keep their hearts and minds safe, and just let them just venture out and learn on their own. So it's a hard thing to do. It's easier said than done, I know. But I'm definitely learning as a mama of 3 boys. Like, you know what? Not giving up, but because I still have a 15-year-old and a 10-year-old. Right. But as far as my oldest one, you gotta live and learn. Yeah. Him himself have to live and learn. Right. And I'm learning with him, like, you know, this is how he is. Yeah. This is how it's gonna be until he get to that point in his life to where whatever.
Now with a relationship though, so you're not involved. Like, let's say you hands off. You gave him the parameters. Like, bam, this is what you should be looking for, son. Like, let's do it this way. All right, let's say he don't follow that and he bring in something completely unacceptable. How do you fix that? What conversation do you have, or do you let that be one of those living your life learning lessons? Like, do you let him bump his head? Like, you know, he brought the hood right home. Like, look at this mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like they come to the door like, oh hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you say something, or you be like, damn, this is one of these life learning experiences. Let him bump his head.
I think both, because I'm not easily. I can't easily let that shit go. Yeah. So I would have to say both. I have to say no. I have to see what's on his mind first. Like, okay, what's wrong?
Like, so what's wrong?
And then if determining how that conversation go, you gotta learn that Bubba said. You gotta live and learn.
Now, do you say something? Now, this is what I've experienced, at least from a dude standpoint. I know fathers is like this. Real quick, I'm gonna read Sonya's real quick. She said everything she told me was right. I just wish I had listened when she told me that. I think a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
She said I say the same prayer every night for my child. If it goes. What did it say? It said it goes, Lord, take her through whatever you need. Whatever you need to. Just don't take her from me. I got you. I got dyslexic all of a sudden. Now let it go. All right, I got dyslexic. I couldn't read and shit for a minute. Sorry, I just stumbling over there. She like, Jesus, Lord, take the wheel. Right. So, but as a dude though, from my standpoint, dealing with women and women with fathers in their life, like fathers are completely different with their daughters because a dude check the dude coming over. Like he ain't gonna be all in the relationship business with his daughter. He gonna check the dude.
Oh yeah.
Like so, do women do that though? Like, do moms check girlfriends? Cause I know daddies be like, daddies be like, so you do what for a living? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they check me. You know what I'm saying? So,
not necessarily checking, but just having a conversation just to see where their head at. Because having that conversation alone can tell you a lot about that individual.
Yeah, true that.
So I think mothers do that.
So mothers do it too? Okay.
Yeah, I will. I can't speak for most mothers, but myself, yes, I would definitely have a conversation just to see where that girl head is.
And what if you find out right there where her head at and it's all wrong?
That's the second conversation will be with my son.
Like, look here, cuz this ain't the one for you.
But then after you tell them that, they
still make that decision. Then that's on them.
You know what? You'll see what I'm talking about eventually.
Right. Hopefully before you bring a junior back.
Right. Because then I mean I got to deal with her ass
forever. Forever. Hey, look, if you're on eblockradio.com right now, or on Facebook Live, or on somewhere else. We somewhere else. What's the other place? I don't know. We somewhere else. Periscope. Yeah, if you're on Periscope, hit us in the comment box. Let us know what's good, man. How much should you be involved in your kids' relationship, man? Hit us in the comment box.
Now, what do you think about a parent being involved in a grown man's life, marriage, relationship? Is this that happens? That picture
that happens a lot too. Only because I think back to what was the name of that movie? Damn, it was the light skinned chick, man, and damn, I can't remember the name of the movie. But anyway, Baggage Claim. God damn it, was that Baggage Claim, dog? Remember that old girl that got divorced from the white dude, the white singing dude? Why we can't get nobody's names today?
I don't know what movie you're talking about. Baggage Claim.
Yeah,
I know.
Robin Thicke wife or ex-wife, the light skinned chick. Remember?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember.
And it was her, and then she was dating all these dudes trying to find a date to her little sister's wedding. But she realized that all that time she was just trying to get these dudes because her mama was on her head about getting married and shit.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of women do that with their daughters only because they so fearful of seeing them, like, I guess what they feel is not doing the right thing. I think it's so many women, especially who may have been married for a whole lot of years, they want their daughter to be married for a whole lot of years because they feel like that's the right thing to be. And if they're not married and they haven't found someone at a certain age, then they feel like either the child has failed or they failed by not, putting them in position for that to happen.
But you know what? That's movie and reality shit.
That's reality too.
Only because I say, for the parents who do that, most of the time, the parent that's the wife that's trying to push her daughter to get married ain't happy herself in the marriage. But because marriage, you when you marry, you make yourself out to be a what? What type of woman is they calling that?
Virtuous? I don't know.
A more respectable woman because you're married no matter what bullshit you going through in that marriage.
Yeah.
No. I'm just saying. Sometimes that's just how it be. They want you to get married. They rush you to get married. No matter who it is, they just want you to get married. Yeah. And that's only because they might be married and that's just the right thing to do, regardless of the bullshit.
Right.
And they put that on their daughters, and it's wrong to me. Like, don't stress your daughter out because you want her. You want to see her married. Right. Don't put that stress on her because if you do, guess what? She about to marry the wrong person.
Probably so.
Yeah,
That's
9
a
times out of
possibility.
10, yes. Let her be ready when she's ready. Let her know who is good for her. Let her pick and choose, because she the only one that she don't want to have to live with this dude forever.
Right.
So
now, what happened when a parent is all in your, all in your mix, and you truly don't agree? So like, I'm gonna be with this dude regardless. Like, what does that do to the parent-child relationship? Like, is it destructive? I think for women, I think it's destructive, because for whatever reason, like in real life, I think that in the middle part, like the young adult kind of middle part, I don't think that women get along with their moms at all. It's like, it ain't till they get old till they understand their mom, and then y'all be cool again. I think that most women have such a struggle in their 20s with their mama. No matter how you think they cool and everything, it's like some push and pull that I think dudes will never understand. Like, am I right on that? I think it is.
I would give that to the older generation. Okay. But to the younger generation now, they all smoking and drinking with their mom, with their mama and shit. Right. So they got the best friendship, and that's all they fucking want. That's all they want.
Because mama 33 and she 21.
My daughter, my best friend, my mama, my best friend, and all this kind of stuff, and on Snapchat and all that kind of shit together.
So you saying she can't be on Snapchat with her mama?
She can be on Snapchat, but I'm just saying, at the same time, nowadays you can be your daughter's to where she feels she's open. She can come to you and talk to you everything. That's good. Mm-hmm. That's a good relationship.
I don't think you should get to that point in your relationship until you get older, though. You shouldn't be.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be at that point in your relationship until you're old.
Exactly, because at that point when we get older, we probably both going through some shit.
Yeah, I mean that's just like with with my old man. Like I had perhaps maybe smoked a little marijuana when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is that my old man smoked too, but I never smoked with my old man. Like, it's just something I didn't do. And you're right. It's people that's like, at that age, like 15, 16, like getting it in with their parents. Like,
15. I wasn't even talking about that young. I was talking about older, but
okay.
I wasn't talking about 15.
You weren't talking about that?
Okay. I hope not anyway. Man, please. I have a 15-year-old to this day.
Roll up, like, mama, roll up.
I would roll his ass up.
No.
And throw him out.
Like, mom, roll up. What if we got that loud, though?
You know what? Anyway.
Yo, you got a few minutes left, man. Hit me in the comment box, man. Holla at your boy, eblockradio.com, on Facebook Live, man. Hit me in the comment box right this moment. We want to know, how much should you be involved in your kid's relationship? I think for a dude, I think it happens a little differently for a dude. I think if it's my daughter, then I think I'm probably gonna be way more involved than I should be, only because I'm petrified of what dude she might run across.
And that's expected, because you're a dad, and and that's why I say it's so sad. And that's why it's so messed up and so sad to see to where these fathers are not involved in their daughter's life like that, because you are the first dude they see. Right. You are the first person who can teach. Right. Maybe. You are but if it is, you are just know that you are the first guy that you can teach your daughter how she needs to be treated as a young lady as she grow into her womanhood.
What was you about to say? Her womanhood. That's what I was going to say. Yeah. So, to the fathers who's not involved in their daughter's life, you messing up, because that's when they have father issues, and that's when they be so vulnerable when these dudes do come at them like, baby, I do this for you, I be your sugar daddy and all this kind of stuff. That's where girls are messed up at, because they didn't have a father in their life. And if they do have a father in their life, they just hard-headed as hell and just wanted to be a fast tail. But if you was a fast tail. Okay. But if you was a real dad, guess what? You going to be glued on your daughter. Like, you know what? No, it ain't happening. You gonna be glued. You gonna be glued. Shout out to niggas glued on their daughter. That's just how it is. You got a couple minutes left, man. Hit me in the comment box, man. Holla at your boy. We want to know, how much should you be involved in your kid's relationship, man? eblockradio.com, definitely in the building. All right, we only got a few minutes left, dog, so we'll go around one last time. But I do want to hear from at least a couple more people, man. Hit me in the comment box right now. We want to know, How much should you be involved? So I think, again, like just to piggyback on that, I think just on emphasis on that, and good fathers anyway, I guess, would be overly concerned about the relationship choices that their daughter made, especially, and I think this happens too, and it's probably maybe a sexist thing to say, but I think this happens just like it happened with women though. But I think with dudes, I think possibly they also had some damaging relationships with women, and they don't want their daughter to turn out like some of the women that they dated. And I think for women it's the same way. Like if they got a son, they don't want the son to turn out to be like some of the dudes they dated, right? I mean, is that safe to say?
I mean, you can definitely look at it like that as well. Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things, and that's definitely one of the things that makes parenting, you know, obviously so difficult because it's trial and error. I mean, to be honest,
most definitely.
It's not a handbook for that shit. But as far as being in relationships, it's tough now, especially with I didn't want to take it here, but I gotta take it here. But especially with people not really, what's the word I want to look at? For people not really understanding what relationships are these days, because the determination of a relationship ain't the same as it was when we was coming up, or the years before that. I mean, for a lot of people, like having a baby mama is a relationship. Like that is a relationship. Yeah. The whole concept of having a woman and a wife is, I don't want to say obsolete, but sometimes it's not a part of the equation. Like it really is. Like that's a real relationship. Like, yeah, it's my baby mom. Like that's a relationship. Like since when? Like when did that happen? Like when did that become a relationship?
I mean, it can be a cordial relationship between baby mama, baby daddy.
Right, but I'm saying if it's your baby mama and y'all together, then it's your woman. You know what I'm saying? Right. So when did baby mama start, or baby daddy begin being a relationship though? You know what I'm saying? That's a weird thing, right?
Well,
have you ever thought about it like that?
No, not really, but that just means that they don't want to be in a relationship. They just end it because of the child.
See, and that's what I'm saying. So that's why it makes it even tougher, because the rules and the roles in a relationship have been so diluted, I guess we'll call it. I mean, shit is, you don't know what to do. Yeah. On that note, man, I guess it's about that time to get out of here, man. I want to thank everybody who checked us out today on eblockradio.com. Everybody check us out on Facebook Live. Of course, be sure to check us out again next week on Thursday and Friday. All right, so Thursday night at 7 p.m. and Friday again at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But until the next time, man, you already know what it is. The livest relationship show on the planet, man. He Say, She Say, live with your boy, Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down from 6 Mile to the Mile High.
And it's your girl, CoCo J. Have a safe and blessed weekend.
For sure, man. Peace out, y'all.